Ryan McCormick III here. Starting now through Thursday, the Deep End is raising money for Chicago Public Schools Back to School Fund. We all know how hard it is to learn under these unprecedented circumstances, and your donation can help make a difference as CPS continues to adjust to remote learning. Venmo at the Deep End NU to make a donation anytime through Thursday. And enjoy this episode of The Shallow End that was produced last spring.
Hello there. I'm Ryan Deering McCormick III, and welcome to The Shallow End, my dudes. You may remember me from our first episode where I absolutely railed against pass, no pass classes. Tragically, after that episode, I was bitten by a radioactive Bernie supporter, but now my views are significantly more progressive. Today's episode will be about online classes, and I'll be talking to various Northwestern students and faculty about their experience with this unfamiliar method of education. So now, let's splash in. First, we'd like to welcome to the show Northwestern student and curator of her own mindfulness Instagram, Small Talkie.
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens.
She's here to talk about how to stay focused while working at home.
Right? It's crazy. It's just like we're all home and we're all going to stay at home, but together, but apart, but at the same time, but in different places, but simultaneously.
I know it's really making an adjustment. We're all doing it because the lives of students have just changed so radically.
Oh my God, totally. It's like just the other day that everything was normal. Now, eating in restaurants, forget it. Handshakes, never again. Interacting with other humans, our kids won't even know what that is.
Well, I don't know about, but since we have limited time, could you just tell us a little bit about how you stay focused during Zoom classes?
Now that is a great question. How do we take this time and use it to better ourselves instead of selfishly thinking about how sad we are?
No, that is not what I asked.
I, for one, have picked up Swedish, one of the great romance languages.
Incorrect.
Shout out to Duo the Duolingo Owl. And I'm carb loaded and ready to go for the pandemic, thanks to all the amount of bread I've been baking these days. And you caught me. I've also developed a deep Tiger King obsession.
Please stop.
Time flies during quarantine, you know? Like, what day even is it? Just kidding. I keep a detailed calendar just like anybody who has basic self-worth. Does that answer your question?
Not at all.
Namaste. That means thank you in Swedish.
Well, this was not helpful.
Aw, it was my pleasure. But on a more serious note, I hope that you and your family and friends and your pets and grandparents and any essential workers you may or may not know are learning and growing and singing and laughing and dancing and living and running and drawing and reading and licking and painting and thinking and talking, communicating and dreaming and exploring.
How do you remove participants? Well, after that debacle, we'd like to invite an actual expert onto the show. Dr. David Daley is the new presidential appointee to the White House Coronavirus Contagion Committee. Please welcome Dr. Daley, everybody. Hey, wait, you're in my micro class. How did you?
Mr. Trump saw my high level of scientific expertise and had to have me on board.
Aren't you a poli-sci major?
Political science.
Wait. How?
So here's what you need to understand. According to the mainstream media, there are far more cases of the coronavirus in New York City than in Torrance County, New Mexico. Now, what's the only difference between those two places? That's right, organic produce, bingo, farm subsidies. And why do we have farm subsidies? NAFTA. And how many letters does NAFTA have? 5. COVID-19? 19 minus 5, 3. Illuminati.
I'm not sure what this has to do with preventing disease.
Yeah, I agree. Until you realize that the Illuminati connection is too easy. Clearly a false flag, so I did some digging. Do you know how many branches our government has? 3. And this is where the Kennedy assassination comes into play. You know who also has a government? Australia. Australia, Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks, coronavirus. It becomes clear coronavirus can only be transmitted by kangaroos. And just wait till you hear what the Jews have to do with this.
Nope, I am kicking you off of the call right now.
Red herrings. John Benet Ramsey, inside job. Morton Shapiro.
Wasn't he supposed to be in the government? Okay, so with meetings moving to Zoom, some students have said that it can be hard to speak up during discussions. So we wanted to give them an opportunity to express themselves. So here they are. Okay, would you guys like to introduce yourselves? Oh, can you hear me? Jesus Christ. Okay, maybe to encourage discussion, I could put all of you guys into a breakout room. Okay, so times they can be a little grim right now. So to cheer you all up, we've hired a popular comic actor on campus to do some stand-up for you guys. Please welcome Phrase Man.
Hey, Ryan. Thank you for having me tonight.
It's 2 p.m.
So, I hear the hospitals are pretty backed up these days. It seems like people are dying to get in there. My mom actually had the coronavirus, and she's okay now, but it was really hard to see her have such a close brush with her own mortality.
Holy shit, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good, except my posture's never been worse. I can't say for sure if that's because I've been sitting in Zoom lectures all day, but I have a hunch.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, they're giving me the light. That's my time, everyone. Thank you.
Okay, let's check back in with our other breakout room. Oh God, no, please, no. That's not even the real Eiffel Tower. Okay, you. How about you, man? I'm really hoping isn't about to rap.
How does a bastard, orphan, son of a
And
whore,
done. Okay, moving on. We know the professors are catching a lot of flack for their lack of technological prowess, but here to share her side of the story is Professor.
Oh, well, hi, Ryan. I hope you're staying safe and healthy. That being said, this global pandemic is no excuse for laziness.
Okay, Professor, I'm not actually.
Today's lecture is on Yemen's, or as its people refer to it, al-Yaman's, economic policy during the mid-19th century. Now, al-Yaman.
Oh, Professor, it looks like you've muted yourself. Professor, you've muted yourself. We can't hear anything you're saying. If you, like in the corner, there's a button. It's like a microphone. It's, if you press that, then we'll be okay. Maybe she's fixing it. And nope, there goes the video. Okay, excuse me. We're having some technical.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, we can hear you, Professor. Just turn on the video. If you can turn on the video. Are you okay, Professor?
What does okay even mean now?
I don't know.
All of this is just really hard.
Yeah, it is.
I'm supposed to be some sort of authority figure, not only with my classes, both my students and in my own home. And I, just thanks. Thanks for asking. Thanks for caring. Are you okay?
I'm doing a bit better now. Talking always helps. So thank you.
I'm glad to hear it. I should probably go check on my family. I'll see you in class next week.
I'm still not Okay. In your class. Well, that'll about do it for our episode on online class. For the shallow end, I'm Ryan Deering McCormick III, and I am never using Zoom again.